Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation. Maybe if you look on the slide, you have an idea which country we are going to present. It's a very slow computer here. It's Brazil. This nice yellow-green thing on the screen is the flag of Brazil. And what we are going to present is something about business etiquette of Brazil. But before we will give you some information about business etiquette, it is necessary that you know about the country, about the history and stuff like that. So we will give you more information than only the business etiquette. But before we jump into detail, we will do a little warm-up. Are you ready? We will do a quiz. It's called the famous Brazilians quiz. I will show you some pictures of famous Brazilians, and if you know the name of the person, please cry it out loud. Okay? Let's go. Yes, that's right. The next one is very easy. Yeah, because if you...
It's already written.
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna da Silva. That's the full name.
But the correct pronunciation is Ayrton.
Maybe you are right.
I'm not sure.
He is right.
Ronaldo?
Who's that?
Ronaldo's former wife.
No. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Adriana Lima. You've never heard this name before?
No.
So who is she?
She's a model like Giselle Bündchen. One of the famous models in the whole world. Not that famous. Is a
Sepultura?
yeah, that's right. And now it's getting a little bit difficult. Who's that?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. If he works as an actor, but in real life he's a soccer player. Ronaldinho. Maybe you have seen him before. So great. Now we can go straight forward and have a short look on our agenda. First of all, I will give you some information about geography, then about population, the climate and the economy. Then I will hand over to Robert. He will tell you something about the history, the culture and of course soccer. And he will have also some interesting information about the two big cities of Brazil. Then Walter's part is to talk about the language and the business etiquette. It seemed to be a very small part, but it is a very big part, and Walter has a lot of experience in this country, and I'm sure that it will be very interesting. And after our presentation, there will be enough space for questions. So if you have any question during the presentation, please write it down. We will try to do our best to answer it afterwards. Okay, if you can see here, Brazil is the biggest country in South America. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia, not Sao Paulo. But Sao Paulo is the largest city of Brazil. And as I was searching for information to do this presentation, I found out that Brazil is a little bit like Styria. Why is that so? Because of the highest mountain, the Pico da Neblina, is 2,994 meters high, and in Styria the highest mountain is the Hohe Dachstein, with 2,993 meters. So it is like Styria. Maybe some of you is wondering what this thing is. This is a status bar. So if you want to know how long it will take, then you can have a look at here. The green slides are already done, and the other are coming next. So, as I said that Brazil is the biggest country in South America. It is 8.5 million square kilometers in area, and there are only 4 countries that are bigger than Brazil. That is the USA, Canada, China, and Russia. Then Brazil have the most inhabitants in South America, and the biggest city is also in Brazil. As I mentioned, I have a slide before, it is Sao Paulo, with something about 11 million inhabitants. And if you are interested in Sao Paulo, you have to wait for Robert's part, because he will have more information. Brazil is a federation of 26 states, as you can see here. And these states are similar like the states in the USA, in the United States, but they have less autonomy than in the US, but they can collect their own taxes and have an autonomous administration. This is the north region, the northeast region, central west, southeast, and the south region. And what is very important for us is that nearly 100% of business is done in this area. So we decided to give you information not on business etiquette, not separated, but in one part, because the whole business is done in this area, and so it is not necessary to know some differences, because it is still the same. The biggest state is the Amazonas. It is technical problems. The Amazonas is the largest state. It is similar to Alaska. And Sao Paulo is the state where the most business is done. As I mentioned, nearly 100% is in the state, Sao Paulo, and the area around. Now, a few facts about Sao Paulo. Yet? Okay. It's one of the fastest computers I've ever used. 7.8 million vehicles are driving around in Sao Paulo. They have 34 daily newspapers. If you think about Austria, there are something about 4 or 5. And it was the 19th richest city in the world in 2006, and it is expected to be the 13th richest in 2020. And you can also see this in the demographics, because if you look at the 1920, there are something about 600,000 people living in Sao Paulo. Then it climbed up, and now it is on nearly 11 million. The religion is the next point of Sao Paulo. Nearly 70% of the inhabitants are Catholic, and the rest is a little bit separated. But I will give you more information a few slides later when I'm going to talk about the population and the differences in the population and the religion. Another point is the ethnic group. Here you can see white, Paro, black, Asian, Amerindian.